When I graduated from university, my thesis was actually applying neural networks to trading systems in stock markets. I was in computer engineering, and at that time, I entered engineering through the dot-com bubble. And so when I graduated, there was very little jobs for me. So I actually had a decision to make. Was I going to go into masters, or was I going to take this contract job on a trading floor at the Royal Bank of Canada? And it turned out to be a phenomenal move for me. We built an electronic trading platform at RBC, and the reason why this was important for our journey was because we began to understand what high-frequency trading meant to markets. We were discussing on maybe the possibility that we can license this smarter router technology to one exchange and let them compete on an annual basis on who would have that license. And Brad Katziyama, our CEO, was like, well, maybe we should just build our own exchange. And the room just went silent. We're all just kind of looking at each other, and we're like, are we for real? We're gonna do this? And it turned out to be the genesis of us actually leaving RBC and starting this company. I think the most powerful thing that IEX has brought is that it is bringing a voice to something that's very opaque. That the marketplace has gotten so complex that it's very difficult for people to even understand it, and then to explain it to the broader public. And so what we have done is we've gone on this incredibly difficult attempt to understand the complexity of this marketplace. Over time, we have noticed that there are certain technologies that are able to game investors. And the reason being is that when an investor decides to interact with the marketplace, they end up leaving signals. And these signals are picked up by trading algorithms. What they tend to do is they'll use these signals for their own benefit and be able to monetize that as a particular strategy. They've gotten over the years so good at that it really started to make an impact on investor performance, a very noticeable impact. And so it got to a point where technology had to be used to combat technology, and that's where we at IEX believe that we have done. We have understood where the gaming occurs. We understand how it occurs. There are certain types of gaming that we completely disagree and we believe is an invisible tax to the process. And we have deployed technology for those investors that choose to trade on IEX to essentially eliminate that capability when they trade here. We're asking a very fundamental question. Is this complexity necessary? How did we get to this place? What is the incentives driving current exchanges, current market participants? A lot of it is based upon speed-based strategies. It's an enormous industry, very profitable for certain players. We're here to say that there could be a different way. There could be a simpler way. And a lot of it is to say we can use modern technology to solve old problems, to use that technology to create simpler markets, not more complex markets, and to ultimately deploy capabilities to protect the end investor.